Peace and prosperity, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So look, today, folks, we're going to actually be doing something very exciting, something I have not done on the channel just yet. We're actually going to be working my boy Jaja. So we have my guy Josh walking up there. The reason why I have Josh so far ahead is because Jaja, he knows Josh, right? Josh has worked Jaja before, so he's familiar. So he already has that working relationship. So I'm trying to keep him out of work mode as much as I possibly can, because I really want this to be spontaneous for him, right? I don't want this to be a fun exercise. I want this to be real for him. Now, we all know this is an exercise, but I want it to be real for him, right? Unlike sport, where everything is predetermined, right? Everything is prepared, right? So there's rules involved. What we're doing today with what I call real protection, there's no rules involved, right? There's no warming up for it, right? There's none of that, right? It literally happens on the spot, spontaneous, and he has to respond. So the cool thing about it is we're going to the beach. So this is really a test for him because we've never done this before, to where we're going to be, you know, the scenario is going to be we're at the beach as a family doing our family fun thing. And then a drunk person comes and starts causing problems. And Jaja is going to be the problem solver, right? He's going to be the judge, the jury, and the executioner, right? So that's going to be the scene. What we're testing with Jaja today is to see if he's willing to go in the water to protect us, and also to see if he's willing to come out of the water to protect us. So, look, here's the reality, folks. This is just an exercise for him. This is not typically what it's going to be like in real life. All we can do is emulate real life as much as we possibly can. So what you're going to see today is probably not going to be 100% real, right? Because obviously it's not a real situation. But really today, the goal is to test him to see how willing he is to do something that he's never done before, right? That is the purpose of a protection dog, right? You want your dog to be as well-rounded as possible to where he's going to respond in any and every situation. At least that's the goal, right? No dog is perfect, but you want your dog as close to perfect as possible, especially if you're talking about having a protection dog, right? So that is the test, right? So there's no need to come on with all this scrutiny, right? And all these critiques, because this is not a sport. He's not getting judged for this by points. The only judgment for me is if he's out of the water, he's willing to haul ass in the water to do what we need him to do, which is bite. That is the only test, right? That is the only judgment that I'm looking for. It don't have to be perfect. It don't have to be clean. It don't have to be right in the pocket. It don't have to be none of that. It just has to be a serious and aggressive bite. That's all I'm looking for. All right, stay tuned. So when I say action, you know, you start, hey man, that dog ain't no shit, man. That dog ain't gonna bite. All of that. Splash the water, right? I'm gonna be like, Jaja, go get him, and then we'll go from there.
Hey, what kind of ride is that? German ride?
Yeah, he German. Hey.
Bite?
He definitely do.
Man, he don't bite.
I don't think you want to find out.
You bite?
Hey man, trust me, you don't want this problem, man. Jaja, out! Keep him in front. So I can get his lead. Jaja, no! Let's go. Hey, let's go. Heel. Let's go. Come. Sit. Down. Good boy. Come. Good boy. There you go, people. So Again, I know what I need to work on. Obviously, we need to work on his in-drive obedience. Hey, come. Sit. Obviously, we need to work on his in-drive obedience. Hey, look, man. I'm not the trainer that's going to act like everything is perfect. I'm going to show y'all the raw. I'm going to show y'all what needs to be worked on, right? Because I have to set the example, right? So this is a culmination of me not doing what I'm supposed to do with him, making sure he's on point at all times. But don't worry. This is why we're here, right? I needed to see what he wasn't going to do so I know what to get him to do. But here's the thing I want you guys to understand about in-drive obedience, right? It's a totally different animal, right? Obviously, you can see how intense he is, right? So when I was calling him out the bite, he didn't want to come out that bite. So I had to go get him, right? Now, hey, sit. Now, this is very important, right? I need you guys to hear me. This is very important. When you have a protection dog, you have to make sure you have control over your dog, right? Now, I'm a trainer. Now, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. The downfall with being a trainer is it's not that easy sometimes to get with other trainers to keep your dog on point. So I spend a lot of time training other people's dogs so my dogs lack what they need, right? I'm just being transparent, right? People can judge it, people can critique, people can do whatever they're gonna do. I'm just being transparent. But this is why we're here today, right? My man Josh hit me up, be like, hey, you know, he was asking if we had any training today. I said, you know what? It's time to get Jaja back on the, you know, back on the saddle. So we out here just on a whim, you know what I mean? So we're definitely gonna keep it going. Look, quick disclaimer, right? I wanna make this clear. I wanna make this abundantly clear, right? What you saw today is more of a test for the dog than it is a emulation of true protection. The reality is, I want you guys to hear me. Hey, sit. I want you guys to hear me, okay? Listen. Today, all I wanted to test was to see if he will go into the water and get the bite, and also to see if he will come out of the bite, right? That's all I wanted to test today. It wasn't necessarily to emulate what a real protection situation would look like, because here's what it would look like in real life. I would never let the leash go in a scenario like that, right? He was not in any type of way able to harm us. He didn't have any type of projectile that could harm us. He didn't have a knife. He didn't have a bat. He didn't have anything like that, right? So in real life, I was not legally allowed to let my leash go and for my dog to go into that water and apprehend him, because essentially that's what it was, okay? And I'm being as clear as I possibly can so there's no misunderstandings about what you saw here today, because one of the biggest issues I have with the protection world is they show so many things to glamorize what we're doing, but in real life, they're not allowed to do any of those things. I want to be clear, okay? What you saw today was purely a test to see what my dog would do, what he's willing to do. That's it. That was not a true protection scenario, because a true protection scenario, he would have had to come out of the water and come towards me in order for my dog to engage him. Not me, not him yelling in the water saying my dog doesn't bite and all that stuff. That is not a danger to me or my family's life. So I did not have the right in real life to let my dog go. The only time I have the right to have my dog bite someone is if they're coming towards me in a threatening manner with some type of weapon or anything like that, and with the intent to cause physical harm. That is the only time, okay? I hope you guys understand what you saw today. And that's it, folks. So stay tuned, because we will be making sure we get Jaja back up to par. So look, as always, any questions, reach out anytime, right? Any suggestions that you want me to do for you as far as any kind of videos, obedience, protection training, anything, make sure you put that in the comments. If you haven't done so already, make sure you like this video. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you subscribe. And until the next video, you are the master of your fate, the captain of your soul. Stay safe, better yet, stay dangerous. Peace and prosperity. Shout out to my guy, Josh.